Hello, and welcome to Summer Sparkling Good Time. So, it's my Friday night, possibly your Saturday morning, so it's time for Safe or Not Safe. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the channel or you're unfamiliar with Safe or Not Safe, that's where I go over the new releases that are popping at Diamond Art Club. Tomorrow, for me, would be Saturday, November 8th, Trinity's 25th birthday. I should know that off the top of my head. Okay, but they did 40 Christmas kits. 40. You heard me. 40. So we're just going straight into this. And it is what it is, y'all. And I'm not going to our gym shop today. It's too much. Okay? All right. Starting with number 1. Miracle in Bethlehem by Liz Goodrick Dillon. Available in a 32.3 by 25.6 inch or an 81.9 by 65 centimeter. Square drills. 62 colors, including 4 ABs and 4 fairy dust. There were 102 votes. I hit the wrong button. Okay, so let me try this again. One person marked themselves not safe. That would be Amanda R. 21 people said wish list or unsure, and 80 said safe. Susanna says the colors and artwork are beautiful, but I bought 3 kings nativity scene a week ago, therefore safe. Jade says wish list. Sherry M says safe. Just received a Savior's Born on Sunday. Heather B says lovely artwork, but not for my wall. Trudy says love it, but wish list. Amy B says more manger scenes. No, thank you. Carly says this may end up being another Nana canvas. Hey, Nana. Dara says really pretty, but God knows my heart. He told me to close my eyes because I need to save for Black Friday / Cyber Monday. I hear you, Lord. Safe. Amen. I said, yeah, no. Sonia says love it, but it will be going to wish list. All right, we're going to keep on trucking, y'all. I ain't got time to mess around today. Moving on to number 2, Penguin Snow Day by Donna Gelsinger. Available in a 22 by 29 inch or 55.6 by 73.7 centimeter. Round drills with 73 colors, including 4 ABs and 7 fairy dust. We had some people mark themselves not safe. That would be Madison S, Cat S, Carrie with a Y, and Robin C. Okay. 17 people said wish list or unsure. And 77 said safe. There are a few more comments on this one. And Jim D says safe. Normally I would wish list this one, but it looks similar to the Blizzard Buddies canvas I got last year. Jade says love me a snowman. Kat says penguin, snowman, Donna Gelsinger for Christmas. Take all my money. Angela Marie says cute, but I already have Donna Gelsinger snowmen and penguins. Sherry M says safe. Just finishing Christmas joy. Heather B, cute penguins, but just bought a cute penguin from Dreamer Designs. There's only so many penguins that girls can cope with. Carrie with a Y says, I love penguins and snowmen. Think I have to have it. Colleen says, I do not have Blizzard Buddies, so this may have to come home to me. Trudy says, it's adorable. I do like it, but not enough to break my no buy. Wish list. Amy B says, looks so much like another one of hers. Thank you, no buy spirits. Tanya says, safe. I got another snowman last year that looks similar to this one. Dara says, God said no. The end. And for the record, Dara said no too. Safe. I said, I'm trying to be good and only look for portraits or must-have artists. Lauren says, safe. There are so many snowmen by Donna Gelsinger, and they all sort of look alike. Ola says, I'm limiting myself to 2 kits. This is a solid maybe. Love rounds, love the penguins and the sky, and 11 AB / fairy dust. Paula says, he's so cute. Carrie says, very cute, but I'm safe. Madison says, I'll build my snowman. So therefore, DAC, I'll build my snowman stash. Not safe. Now the question is if I want to do it this year. Moving on to number 3. Holy Winter Night by James Meager. Available in a 25.6 by 34.7 inch or a 65 by 87.9 centimeter. Square drills with 82 colors, including 1 AB and 3 fairy dust. 5 people marked themselves not safe. That would be Amanda R, Heather B, Catherine H.C., April P, and Shell Marie. All right. Let's see. How many people said wish list? 16 for the wish list and 77 for safe. A few little comments. Heather's B says, Now, hear me, world. You got me with the birthday discount today. You took my money. Money I wasn't intending on spending. I am wish listing this. Hear me? Wish listing. I do not need it. I may love it, but I may love others on Black Friday more. Restraint, girl. Trudy says, it's pretty, but no. Amy B says, I like it, but don't need it right now. Sticking to my no buy. And we got Stephen Nicks. Dara says, outside. Really cold outside. Period. No can do. Eileen P says, another one hubby loves. Carrie says, it's pretty, but considering Christmas here is like living in Satan's armpit, it's hard for me to do snow. Safe. Audrey T says, oh, a no buy, but it is really pretty. Oh, on a no buy, but it's really pretty. Sorry. All right, moving on to preview number 4. Christmas Fairy Wishes by John Stewart. Available in a 31.9 by 25.6 inch or an 80.9 by 65 centimeter. Square drills with 74 colors, including 2 ABs and 3 fairy dust. Oops, I said this, thank you very much. Don't change my vote. One person said not safe. That would be Connie B. 18 people said wish list or unsure. And 74 said safe. That's where I voted. Angela Marie says, I'm trying not to buy anything until Black Friday, but this will likely be added to that order if it is still in stock. Heather B says, snap. I will be rocking in a corner on Saturday, trying not to reach for the phone, iPad, or laptop. Trudy says, wish listing. It's not a must-have for me. Amy B, not my jam, safe. Lanaya, this is something I am praying stays in stock for a little while. Hopefully I will get some money for my birthday and can buy it. Damn no buys. Feel you. Dora says, that fairy looks like how I feel with all these damn kids dropping this week. No. Sonia says, love it, but I am safe. It will be going into my wish list. Jade says, love, but no buy. Cheryl says, no buy, wish list, no buy, not safe, no buy. Not safe. Carrie says, any wonder that fairy's so depressed? She's freezing her pointy bits off, sitting there like that. Safe. Debbie M says, she's a sad little fairy. Pass. Natalia says, even AI feels like this is way too much of AI. Y'all coming. Preview number 5. Classic Christmas by Teresa Donahue McManus. Available at 27.6 by 25.6 inch or a 69.9 by 65 centimeter. Square drills with 86 colors, including 1 special diamond and 4 fairy dust colors. There were 97 votes. 6 people marked themselves as not safe. That would be Heather B, Karen. I lied. Heather B, Catherine H.C., Sherry M, Blonde Crystal, Dina K, and Shanta. And 17 votes for wishlist or unsure, and 74 votes for safe. Colleen says, I love this. Trudy says, I love the colors, but no, I don't think I would diamond paint this. Amy B says, colors is the only thing I like. Safe again. And then she gives me a bob. I'm going, what? Tanya says, nice, but I'm safe. Dara says, in the immortal words of DMX, rest in peace. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Lauren P says, love the colors. April responded, me too. Don't think it's a need, but the colors are amazing. Sonia C says, like it, but safe. Blonde Crystal says, I love this. I'm trying to no buy till Black Friday, but darn you, DAC, they're making it difficult. Amanda AG says, this one is very tempting. It's going on the maybe list. Heather B says, okay, you've done it. Guess I'm trading in some points on Saturday. A girl only has so much willpower. Who am I kidding? I have none. Audrey T says, it's very pretty. Carrie says, no can do. Moving on to preview number 6. Twinkling Tree Ornaments by T.S. Larkin Studios. Available in 27.6 by 27.6 inch or 69.9 by 69.9 centimeter. Square drills with 90 colors, including 1 AB and 5 fairy dust. There were some votes. 6 people said they were not safe. That would be Colin K, Cheryl W, Rita, Becky with an I, Shanta, and Robin C. There were quite a few wish lists. There was 14 people on the wish list or unsure, and 82 for safe. Kat says, very pretty. Amanda M. Ooh, this is so pretty. Angela Marie. Very pretty, but it is the same image that was released in July with some color variations. April came back with, yes, I bought that one, and it's literally just the same, just changed color hues. Rita says, I missed the other version of this last time, and I will not make that mistake again. Colleen says, mine. Jade says, love, but I gotta be strong and smart with money. No buy for me. Dara says, pretty, but no. Lauren P. I like the image, but I'm not sure I could get it sparkly or blingy enough. Wishlist for now. Trish B. I swear we've seen this before. You have. Amanda H.E. Well, dang it. I just bought the other version on D-Stash. I love the blues. Tanya says, I have the first one that came out back in July. I'm safe. Ashley with two E's. It's pretty, but I have ornamental beauty. It's sister piece and don't need both. Heather B says, I just see so many enhancements, which doubles the price. Gonna have to wish list. Girl, trust. Cheryl says, so pretty loud. I'm in trouble. Carrie says, now this one I like. Even though it's similar to last year, I do like the colors better in this. It's still a maybe though. Amy B says, I love to put decorations on my tree, but I have no desire to paint them. I can understand that. Okay, moving on to number 7. Light of Hope by Teresa Donahue McManus. Available in a 17 by 17 inch or a 42.7 by 42.7 centimeter. Round drills with 48 colors, including 2 ABs, 1 electro, and 2 fairy dust. There were 3 people who marked themselves not safe. Catherine H.E., Rita, and Rhonda C. I have to do the Rita. Funny. That's who I am. 9 votes for wishlist or insured, and 86 for safe. Kat says, we'll be a traveling buddy for another. Dara says, oh, Trudy gives me a skeleton with no head. Thanks, Trudy. And it says no thanks. Dara says, keep these coming. My inner Grinch is waking up. Safe. Rita says, perfect size. Jade says, love Christmas. Eileen P says, cute and great size for what it is. Sonia C, like it but safe. Amanda AG, nope, and gives me grumpy cat. Ula says, love the size and electro. Might be a travel companion. Audrey T says, love it, but I can wait. Carrie says, DAC is finally saving me some money. I haven't seen anything about 6 weeks that has tempted me to buy, so that upcoming Black Friday sale will do me in for sure. Right? Right. Carrie, I'm having issues. I have had very few things that I was like, I must have this. I must have. Not very few. So that makes me think they are holding out the big gun to Black Friday and they're going to take all my money. I'm scared. Amy B says, nope, and gives me donkey. And Cheryl says, cute, but don't need to paint it. Moving on to preview number 8, Gingerbread Cottage by Claudia McKinney, or Fat Puppy Art Studios. Available in 22 by 22 inch or 55.8 by 55.8 centimeter. Square drills with 68 colors, including 2 ABs and 3 fairy dust. Here we go. How many of you marked themselves not safe? 5. Catherine H.E., Tindala, Blonde Crystal, April P., and Erica P. And there were 15 of us not at wishlist or insured. This one was my first one that tempted me, and I'm not sure about it though. Maybe. Oh, and that means there's 72 voted safe. I hit the wrong button. Oh no. Go back. Okay. And Jindy says, oh, I need this one to add to my gingerbread collection. I have to wish this for now, unless that basket of money I've been praying for suddenly drops from the sky. And Margaret says, I love this. Definitely going on my wish list. It's the perfect size for me. Carrie with a Y, I love the gingerbread houses. Eileen P, it's cute, but I prefer Richard Loren's birds. Not me. Trudy G says, I love gingerbread houses in the color, but not enough, so wishlist it. Sonia C, I like this one, but safe. Blonde Crystal, love this. Amanda H.E, safe biddy, safe, safe. Heather B, cute, but I have a gingerbread cottage already. Safe on this one. Carrie says, cute, but I'd rather eat it than paint it. Amy B, the only gingerbread I like is in the form of a cookie. And Debbie M says, I like this one, but still safe. Right. Moving on to preview number 9, Surfside Celebration by Giordano Studios, LLC. Giordano. Giordano Studios, LLC. Available in 27.6 by 34.7 inch or 69.9 by 87.9 centimeter. Square drills with 73 colors, including 5 ABs and 3 fairy dust colors. Whew. 0 people said not safe. 6 people said wish list or unsure. That would be Denise H., Wendy Mack, me. I said I did not. It's a liar. 5 people said wish list or unsure. Denise H., Wendy Mack, Carrie with a Y, Jennifer BC, and Robin C. I'm like, I do not want a Christmas tree on a beach. No, I do not. Sorry. And that means there were 89 of us that were safe. Oh, Mama Mia, what did I do? Comment. Okay. Sherry T says, not a beach Christmas girly. Eileen says, really? Not me. Dara says, Christmas at the beach? Nope. Kat says, Dara, that's California. 90 degrees on Christmas Day is not uncommon. Carrie says, this feels like Aussie Groundhog Day. It's too similar to the one last Christmas, so I'm safe. Amy B says, really, DAC? Evergreens do not grow on beaches. Cheryl W., this confuses me. Why would you bring a Christmas tree to the beach? Dara says, period. That's what I said. Dara says, I just confirmed something. I am not crazy about Christmas gifts in general, and I especially am not into hot Christmas. I'm already a little grinchy, but add heat to this like Sazone, and I'm extra grinchy because I'm hot and annoyed. Well, good to know, Dara. Enjoy that cruise you're on. Preview number 10. Christmas at Gingerbread Cottage by Thomas Kincaid Studios. Available in a 33.9 by 25.6 inch or an 85.9 by 65 centimeter. Square drills with 81 colors, including 2 AVs, 2 iridescents, and 1 fairy dust. There were 7 votes for not safe. Madison S., Heidi K., Jennifer K.C., Catherine H.C., Denise H., Colleen, and Sherry M. 14 people said wish list or unsure, and 74 of us said safe. Sherry M says, it's called my name. I don't want to be rude and not buy it. Ashley Batui says, this is stunning. I really need to be good, but this will be hard to resist. Wish list for now. Eileen P says, my hubby loves this one. Amanda H.E., the renderings on these are so good. Heather B says, love it, but it made me realize I need the other one from earlier. Carrie says, you know. Amy B says, that painting gives me winter vibes and I hate winter, so safe. Lauren P says, I want to save my purchases until Black Friday. I hope I can. I just keep buying them and I never will be able to do all of them in my lifetime. There's facts, and then there's, sometimes you gotta remember it's 2 separate hobbies. Owning and collecting kits and actually diamond painting, 2 separate hobbies. 2 separate hobbies. I will go to my grave on that one. Madison says, I'll take it. Heidi K says, love this, though I'm trying to stay safe for Black Friday. Wishlist unsure. Editing to not safe. After all releases, this is the one I like best. All right. I need a sip. That was 10. Okay. Moving on to preview number 11. Light Me Up by Claudia McKinney. Fat Puppy Art Studios. Available in 25 by 22 inch or 63.8 by 55.6 centimeters round with 64 colors, including 1 AV and 3 fairy dust. 3 people said not safe. Sherry M., Kim CM, and Angela B. 11 people voted wish list or unsure, and 78 of us said safe. Colleen says adorable, but I'm safe on this one. Kate C says not a must buy, so we'll go on the wish list. Maybe it will still be available on Black Friday. Paula says, oh my, how sweet. LOL, I have dogs, but I love these little shops These little shops kitten images. I don't know if I put the emphasis something wrong because my brain said no. Dina says, I am a dog person and super allergic to cats, but man, I must love diamond painting cats because these are so freaking many in my stash. I just can't seem to pass them up. Trudy says, it's adorable, but it's a no. My dogs might get jealous of me spending time with a cat. Eileen says, this is adorable, cute, but I'm safe. Kim says, all I know is a witch in a cabin. Snowman, check. Cat, check. Aurora Borealis, check. Wildlife, check. All right. Amy B says, oh, it is cute, but I must remain strong. Must stick to no buy. And Stevie Nicks is doing a dance. And Margaret, it's cute, but it looks like AI. Dara says, ooh, a cute cat with a Christmas hat. How unique. And she gave me a girl rolling her eyes. Debbie M says, what Dara said. Amen. Preview number 12, Plaid Scarf Snowman by Creative Studio, available in a 22 by 29 inch or 55.6 by 73.7 centimeters, round with video and colors, including 2 ABs and 2 fairy dust. One person marked themselves not safe. That would be Cat. After that, we had 10 votes for wishlist or unsure, and 76 for safe. Only a couple comments on this one. Amy B says, oh boy, another snowman. They all look the same. Kat says, which one should I get? I love snowmen. Dara says, if that snowman showed up at my door, he'd end up with a 2-piece and a biscuit. And I'm not talking chicken either. Jade has a cute little snowman saying thank you. And Debbie Ann says, super cute, but I'm just not interested in Christmas DP. I'm not a seasonal diamond painter. I don't have a lot of Christmas kits and stuff like that. Just not my thing. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Candy Cane by Teresa Donahue McManus. Available in an 18.6 by 18.6 inch or a 47.3 by 47.3 centimeter round drills with 34 colors, including 2 ABs and 4 fairy dust. 0 people said not safe. Goose egg. 11 people said wishlist or unsure. Jen D, Kat, Colleen, Ann Margaret, Missy, Wendy Mac, Ula, Shanta, Shell Marie, Dorinda, and JJ. Good night. 79 said safe. Only 4 comments. Robin says that color blocking would take me out, but it is a pretty color. Amy B says I have no desire to paint a candy cane, and she gives me a penny from Big Bang Theory. Dara gives me that lady from How to Get Away with Murder or whatever, going, really? And Lauren says, this is something I'd like to color with colored pencils and gel pens. Maybe not drills. Yeah, I can see that. Preview number 14, Snow Covered Village by Creative Studio. Available in 27.6 by 27.6 inch or 69.9 by 69.9 centimeter. Square drills, 72 colors. 1 AB, 1 iridescent, 3 fairy dust. 3 people said not safe. Catherine H.C., Denise H., Sherry M. 13 people said wishlist or unsure, and 73 said safe. Only 3 comments on this one. Kat says I really like it, but not sure I want to diamond paint it. Amy B says, oh boy, another landscape, just no. And she gives me the guy, Al Bundy. And then he went on to that other show, and it's that where he has the little kid, what is that, Modern Family, and he's squirting him with the spray ball like you do the cat. There it is. Lauren says, this is gorgeous, but I got a Christmas Village painting from Diamond Art Club. I feel you. Okay, preview number 15, Christmas Friends by Jon Stewart. Available in a 34.7 by 27.6 or an 87.9 by 69.9 centimeter. Square drills, 77 colors, including 2 ABs and 3 fairy dust. There were 3 people saying not safe. That would be Valerie M., Catherine H.C., and Tendala. Well, yeah, you'd put my vote right back at safe. Thank you very much. Safe. Okay. There were 8 votes for wishlist or unsure, and 70 votes for safe. Only 2 comments. Amy B says, beautiful canvas, but staying true to my no buy. Kelly H says never, because smiling animals are just creepy. All right. Moving on to preview number 16, Hedgehog Heaven by Teresa Donahue McManus. Available in a 22 by 22 inch or a 55.6 by 55.6 centimeter. Round drills with 48 colors, including 2 ABs and 3 fairy dust. One person, Sherry M., marked themselves not safe. 13 people said wish list or unsure. And 72 said safe. Dara says cutesy critters decorating Christmas trees is said no for me. Tanya says, and no. Heather B says, oh, blimey, I must be in my cutesy era. Wishlist it, girl. Hold out. Debbie M says, I like the rendering of the glow, but I don't have plans to DP it. Amy B says, I like the hedgehog, but I will wait for now. Moving on to preview number 17, The Joy of Winter Cardinal by Beth Hosselton. Available in a 22 by 28 inch or a 55.6 by 70.7 centimeter. Round rails with 71 colors, including 1 AB and 3 fairy dust. 0 said not safe. 4 people said wishlist or unsure. That'd be Paula, Wendy Mack, April P, and Susanna. Is it Susanna or is it Susanna? Did I say it wrong? I'm sorry. Y'all know that by the time I get here Friday night, I'm barely aware of what's happening. So I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. And there were 77 votes for safe. 3 comments. Tanya says, not my style. Amy B says, beautiful, but how many cardinals does one need to paint? And Lauren P says, I'd get this if I didn't already have a winter cardinal from Diamond Dark Club. I can't talk. Number 18, Undersea Christmas Tree by Larry Jones illustration. Available in a 25.6 by 35.8 inch or a 65 by 90.8 centimeter. Square drills with 82 colors, including 4 ABs and 2 fairy dust. 0 people said not safe. 3 votes for wishlist or unsure. That'd be Jennifer KC, Carly S, and JJ. 78 people said safe. There are some comments though. Carrie says hell and no. Snakes do not belong on a tree. Amy B says nope, I don't need to paint Christmas trees. And then she's lighting one on fire. Connie B says fish and snakes on a tree. No, no, no. Go back in the water, all of you. Dara says, what in the Jacques Cousteau foolishness is this? Hell no. Shout out to my ancestors for instilling a love of the indoors in me. Hell to the no. Hard pass. Debbie Him says, well, it is unique. Quadruple pass. Cheryl says, is this the tree from the beach? April says, the tide got it and dragged it into the ocean where the sea light took it over. Jennifer says, I don't know. I'm kind of digging it. Wish list for now. Lauren P says, very cool but safe. Joanne C says, maybe if SpongeBob was in it. Whew, here we go. Number 19, Christmas Wish Cottage by Thomas Kincaid Studios. Available in a 32.3 by 25.6 inch or an 81.9 by 65 centimeter. Square drills with 58 colors, including 4 ABs and 2 fairy dust. 4 people said not safe. Catherine H.C., Denise H., April G., and Kimberly C.C. 12 votes for wishlist or unsure, and 69 votes for safe. Heidi K says, probably wishlist. Practicing self-control. At least, I hope so. Paula says, all the Christmas canvases are wonderful. I can't buy them all. My wish list just got larger. Judy says, I'm safe, but my aunt wants me to pick it up for her, so I feel like I'm not breaking my no buy because it's not for me. And April says, we agree with that. Denise says, oh no, not another beautiful Kincaid. DAC, take my money. And she's just going, choo, choo, choo with the money. Amy B says, safe. I'm not a fan of landscapes. And then there's Salem the cat jumping out with a Christmas hat on. Trish B says, I love the Thomas Kincaid ones, but of the two, this is my favorite. Probably will come home to me. Lauren P says, I want a Kincaid, but I don't want a Christmas scene. I got Christmas Village from DAC, and I'm already working on a Christmas painting I got last year. No room for more Christmas paintings. I feel you. Number 20. Santa's Merry Magic by Donna Gelsinger. Available in a 22 by 29 inch or 55.8 by 73.7 centimeter. Square drills, 78 colors, 3 ABs, 3 fairy dust. Need a sip. Sorry. All right. 4 people said not safe. Tanya, AG, Cheryl, and Shanta. 5 people said wish list or unsure. And 81 said safe. Heidi says very merry and bright, safe from everything so far, except perhaps the Kincaids. I'm trying very hard to be safe till Black Friday. Tanya says, I don't have any African American Santas. Not safe. Will says, fun fact about this canvas, Hobby Lobby had a smaller version of it, and my mom already has it. Dara says, ooh, Black Santa. He looks like my favorite uncle on my dad's side. Why? So close, so close. Wish list. I'm still the Grinch, though. Amy B says, don't need any more Santa paintings. No. Cheryl says, love this. Checking the wish list. We'll have a new friend. Okay, moving on to preview 21. This is where I got almost. This might be where I got. We'll see. Cocoa Comfort by Maddie Arts, available in a 22 by 29 inch or 55.6 by 73.7 centimeter. Round drills with 52 colors, including 2 ABs and 3 fairy dust. There were 7 votes for not safe. Gabby, Tanya, Shelly B, Julianne P, Dina K, Tiffany RG, Brittany NH, and Mary Beth P. There was how many of us on the wish list? 19 of us for wish list or unsure. And only 60 votes for safe. Comments. Amy B says, definitely not my style. And it says, Alicia Faye says, oh my God, she's so cute, but I'm on a strict no buy. Oh, girl, I'm sorry. I said, this one is tempting me. And Miranda came in with, well, dang. Tanya. Miranda thought she was going to be safe through this whole drop. And I was like, don't be tempting fate, girl. Tanya says, she's super cute. Lauren P says, at least she's not a witch. Dara says, a girl with hot chocolate. Remix. I love the cozy aesthetic, but I most definitely don't want to diamond paint it. Natalia says, not AI, hopefully, but weird rendering. Thank you, but no. Moving on to 22. Blitzen by Claudia McKinney. Fat Puppy Art Studios. Available in a 22 by 22 inch or 55.6 by 55.6 centimeter. Round drills, 58 colors, 2 ABs, 4 fairy dust. 4 people said not safe. That'd be Nicole M, Catherine HC, Colleen, and April P. Which one is this again? Okay. Wish list. 17 of you. 17 of you said wish list. And 63 said safe. Amy B says, oh boy, a reindeer saw them in Finland. Don't need to paint them. Colleen, I absolutely love this. This holiday drop may be worse on my wallet than Black Friday. April P came back. I love him too. I want to only get 1 to 2, but have 6 to 7 maybes already. Colleen said, same. I've been saving points. It may be time to cash them in. Melinda says, I really do like this. Lauren P says, this one can go either way. Wish list or not safe. Joanne C says, safe, but I do love his ornament. Dar says, one of the reindeer with ornament earrings? Okay, they really don't want my money. Noted. Okay. Preview number 23. Precious Fairy by John Stewart. Available in a 28 by 22 inch or 70.7 by 55.8 centimeter. Square drills with 55 colors, including 2 ABs and 2 fairy dust. There was one. No, do not mark me as not safe. Thank you. There was one person who marked himself not safe. That'd be Sherry M. There were 14 votes for wish list or unsure, and there were 69 votes for safe, including myself. Thank you. Sherry M says the Precious Fairy told me it's self-care, not shopping. That's a good one. Dara says cute, but no, and she's still grinching it up. Amy B says, oh boy, more fairies, so no. And now she's got the Grinch saying, how about no? How about no? Dara says, Natalia says, seriously, DAC, how much more of AI pictures? So safe. Can't even. Kat says, very cute. Debbie says, adorbs, but safe. Moving on to number 24. Whimsical Winter Forest. Nope. Winter. Moving on to number 24. Whimsical Winter Friends by Teresa Donahue McManus. Available in a 30 by 20 inch or a 76 by 50.6 centimeter. Round drills, 74 colors, including 1 AB, 1 special diamond, and 3 fairy dust colors. Nope. There were. No! Stop it! I don't want to look at penguins. 2 people marked themselves as not safe. That would be Rita and Robin. 10 votes for wish list or unsure, and 69 for safe. Amy B says, oh my god, I love the penguins, but I must put on wish list. Honor the no buy. Stevie Nicks. Dina says, wow, there's a lot in this drop from the same artist. Yep. Bisa says, I might not get the diamond painting. It made me think of this picture I took in Antarctica. Then she gives me a picture of penguins. Rita says, I love penguins. Dijon says, don't like penguins. Ew. Lauren says, I'm safe. I already did penguins this year. Dara says, a happy feet Christmas? Cute, but no. Okay. Preview number 25, Christmas Buddies by Jon Stewart. Available in 25 by 20 inch or 63.8 by 50.6 centimeter. Round drills, 57 colors, including 2 AVs and 4 fairy dust. 3 people said not safe. That'd be Sharon A, April P, and Robin C. 9 people said wish list or unsure, and 70 said safe. Dara says, the levels of outside in this drop is unmatched. You hear me? That's going to be a no from me. Amy B says, very cute, but must stick to no buy. Alice says, my cat takes care of all nearby squirrels and chipmunks. If I got this one, she might kill them too. Katie says, the nails on the one on the right freak me out. Joanne says, these two begging to be not safe. Jane L says, cute, but safe. Moving on to preview number 26. Clara and the Nutcracker by Miss Holly. Where the sign. Nope. Moving on to number 26. Clara and the Nutcracker by Miss Holly. Jesus, mercy, Mary, Moses. Clara and the Nutcracker by Miss Holly. 35 by 25.6 inch or 88.9 by 65 centimeters. Square drills, 66 colors, including 2 ABs and 5 fairy dust. There were 7 votes for not safe. Jennifer K.C., Catherine H.C., Brandy F., Sherry M., Cheryl W., April P., and Dina K. There were 20 votes for wish list or unsure, and 61 votes for safe. Dina says heart heart. Trish says, is Lady Holly the same artist as Miss Holly? And apparently it was called Lady Holly on another post. Amy B says, oh, how exciting. Another Nutcracker scene. Just no. I said, I'd rather do the Ivy Dollamore Nutcracker, but this is a maybe. Trudy says, I'm wish listing. I know I voted for it, but I don't know now. Noriana says, this is a maybe. I'm not really into seasonal diamond paintings, but I do love the Nutcracker Ballet. Heidi says, very pretty, though holding out for Nutcracker ballet paintings that have ballet dancing and poses like arabesque and point shoes, etc. Probably safe on this, though it's so charming. I'm considering going for the Christmas mystery box, but there's a risk factor because I don't want to do destashing, and it could be more expensive than the last mystery box. Does the Christmas mystery box happen before Black Friday, in December, before Christmas, or on Christmas Day? I don't remember. I'm sorry. Maybe someone can answer you below. Audrey says, oh God, I'm so safe. Natalia says, it's cute, but I'm not into the Nutcracker that much, plus it's way too dark and I don't like the rendering, kinda. I would prefer the Ivy Dollamore Nutcracker, personally. But I like this one. I'm afraid they're going to come at me Black Friday with Yasu, Geneva Bowers, and Ivy Dollamore. And so I'm trying to behave now. Whew. I'm trying. And, oh my gosh, did everyone see the Hannah Land dropping at Dreamer Designs? Just saying. Moving on to preview number 27. Christmas Ornament by Teresa Donahue McManus. Available in a 22 by 22 inch or 55.8 by 55.8 centimeter. Square drills with 58 colors, including 1 AB and 3 fairy dust. 3 people said not safe. Cheryl W., Rita, and Robin C. Normally, where you see Rita, you see Robin. Have you noticed that? Wishlist, 11 votes. Safe, 71 votes. Rita says, apparently, I have a thing for Christmas ornaments, even though I do not decorate for Christmas. And Robin says, me too. Dora says, I'm over these already. Amy B says, I like putting them on trees, but to paint them, no thank you. Natalia says she's safe as possible and happy as a clam. Preview number 28. 3 Nutcrackers by Larry Jones illustration. Available in 22 by 31 inch or 55.6 by 78.7 centimeter. Round with 93 colors, including 1 AB and 3 fairy dust colors. There were 2 people that said not safe. That would be Kat S. and Catherine H.C. There were 6 votes for wishlist or unsure, and 70 votes for safe. What did I do? Go. Oh, no. Hold, please. I hit a button, and bad things happened. What number was I on? I think it was like on 28. Yeah. 3 Nutcrackers by Larry Jones illustration. Available in 22 by 31 inch or 55.6 by 78.7 centimeter. Round drills, 93 colors, including 1 AB and 3 fairy dust. No. Stop. I'm safe. I want to see who's not safe. I think I said it was Kat and Catherine. And then there were 6 votes for wishlist or unsure. And there were 71 for safe. And there were no comments. All right. Preview number 29. There are comments. Why is it telling me there's no comments? Okay. So under the 3 Nutcrackers, we have Jen D saying, nope, I find these to be as terrifying as clowns. Definitely safe. And Margaret agreed with her. Trudy said, nope, Nutcrackers are kind of creepy. Amy B says, those Nutcrackers look like they are possessed. And she gives me Donnie Wahlberg going, holy water. April P says, they scare me with the teeth looking like they want to chomp me. I much prefer last year's Nutcrackers by Peggy Collins. And Kat says, how does DAC know I can't pass up Nutcrackers? Oh, we don't know. I don't know. They get everybody with something. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what you like and what you don't like. When there's 40 kids dropping, there's pretty good odds that something's going to have you going, hey, hey, hey. Okay, moving on to number 29, Christmas Service by Thomas Kincaid Studios. Available in a 40.6 by 27.6 inch or 102.8 by 69.9 centimeter. Square drills with 92 colors, including 4 ABs and 4 fairy dust. There were 2 votes for not safe. That would be Catherine H.C. and Denise H. 15 votes for wishlist or unsure, and 63 votes for safe. Lauren P. says, I really want a Kincaid, but maybe not a Christmas Kincaid. I like his spring-summer paintings better. I can see that. Angela B. says, I'm a sucker for a snowy landscape. Just need to choose which one of 3 so far. Amy B. says, another landscape. Oh, boy. Dara says, outside? With snow? No. My hubby says this is a must. Who said that? Eileen's hubby says this is a must. There we go. Sorry. And preview number 30. Festive Lighthouse by Irish Sage, artist. Irish Sage, artist. All right. 74 point. Nope. Been a long day. Let's try this again. Festive Lighthouse by Irish Sage, artist. Available in a 37.4 by 25.6 inch or a 94.8 by 65 centimeter. Square drills with 60 colors, including 3 ABs and 5 fairy dust. April P said not safe. That's it. And 9 people said wish list or unsure. And 72 said safe. Carrie says nope. MB says, what is up with the multitude of landscapes? April says, this one is mine. I love lighthouses, sailboats, and Christmas. Like, seriously, it's like the trifecta of April's. Like, seriously, wow. Dara says, Christmas by the sea? No. And then we got another Grinch. Jimmer says, it's pretty. Okay, preview number 31. Christmas Candy Shop by Mrs. Butter D. Available in a 22 by 31 inch or a 55.6 by 78.7 centimeter. Round drills, 89 colors, 2 ABs, 1 iridescent, and 6 fairy dust. There were 18 of us not safe. Yeah, you heard that right. 18 of us said not safe. Gabby, Carly, Janine, Trudy, Tanya, Shelly J, Julia C, Amanda M, Brandy F, Jackie L, Ann Margaret, Cheryl W, April P, Christy KT, and me. Yeah. Oh, I'm not done. Dina K, Sarah B, and Mary Beth. There's a lot of us. There's another 11 people saying wish list or unsure, and 54 only for safe. Jen D says adding to wish list because I have to. Oh, please let them restock this one at least once. Trudy says, well, I guess my no buy went bye-bye. Tanya A says Mrs. Butter D is always a must buy. Deanna K says, ooh, I was hoping for this one. Cheryl says, don't need it, gotta have it. Ann Margaret says, I hope they ordered enough because I don't want to pay crazy D-stash prices if it sells out. Lauren P says, I'm safe because Mrs. Butter D isn't my vibe. I know she's popular and her paintings are cute, but way too much pink for my taste and everything. Alicia Faith, I hope they'll restock this one. I have to stick to my no buy. Amy B says, it is okay. We'll wish list. Dara says, clickety cloud, guess Black Uncle Santa is coming home with me now. Amanda M, this is perfect for me to use my birthday coat on. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, Amanda. Carly says, not usually a fan of the Christmas kits, but I need one for jingle drills, and this one is adorable. Love me some Mrs. Butter D. Eileen says, it's cute, but no. Stacy says, I'm so excited about this one. They got me here. That's the first one where I was like, well, crap. I got. Now we're going on to preview number 32. The Night Watchman by Eau Claire Studios. Available in a 22 by 33 inch or a 55.8 by 83.6 centimeter square drills with 87 colors, including 1 electro, 1 iridescent, 3 special diamonds, and 4 fairy dust diamonds. There were 3 people said not safe. Kat, Debbie W, and Trish B. 7 said wish list or unsure. And 62 said safe. Natalia says, I can't even. It's actually scary with how safe I am at this point. Shanta says, lucky you. I know for sure one is coming home. Kat says, I must have this. Amy B says, another creepy nutcracker. Thank you, no by spirits. Connie B says, I find nutcrackers scarier than the jack-o'-lanterns. No more nutcrackers, please. Dara says, no. Trudy says, nope. Dara says, if I woke up in the middle of the night and saw that thing lurking in the corner like that, my bladder would literally drop. No. I need a lot of sippy for this. Preview number 33. Resting Before the Journey by John Stewart. Available in a 29.5 by 23.6 inch or a 74.9 by 60 centimeter. Square drills with 81 colors, including 3 ABs and 4 fairy dust. Oh, mercy. I hit the wrong button and made Santa pop up. 2 votes for not safe. That would be Kat and Robin C. 8 votes for wish list or unsure. And 59 votes for safe. Amy B says, another Santa. How shocking. Dara says, sucks teeth. Hell nah. I think she went, hell nah. Janine Max says, if only I was able to buy right now, this wouldn't be a wish list. And Eileen says, I really like this. Moving on to 34. Frosty Friend by Teresa Donahue McManus. Available in a 20 by 31 inch or 50.6 by 78.7 centimeter. Round width, 48 colors, including 1 AB and 3 fairy dust. One person said not safe. That would be Robin C. 8 people said wish list or unsure, and 56 said safe. Dara says, child, no, just no. MB says, no more snowmen. Jeannie Mac says, I'm just over here wish listing every single Christmas drop today. Ah. Moving on to 35, Light the Way by Miss Holly. It's available in a 23.6 by 35.5 inch or a 60 by 84.9 centimeter. Square drills with 74 colors, including 3 ABs and 3 fairy dust. There were 5 votes for not safe. That'd be DeGlow, Tanya, Melinda L, April P, and Mary Beth. There were 10 votes for wish list or unsure, and 53 of us for safe. Melinda says, oh dear, I especially love this character. Alicia Faith, oh my god, she's so pretty. I have to wish list it though. Dara, exclamation for emphasis. Absolutely not. DeGlow says, this is awesome. I must have. Dina says, safe, but only because I already have Yule, which is. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Safe, but only because I already have Yule, which is very similar. Brittany says, I have her other version of the skit, but without the dog, so safe. Amy B says she is pretty, but will add to wish list for now. Carrie says, I'm turning into the Grinch with every new release this weekend. There's barely been one I've even considered. Safe. Okay. So, Twilight Town by Teresa Donahue McManus. Available in 22 by 29 inch or a 55.8 by 73.7. Square drills with 76 colors, including 2 ABs, 1 special diamond, and 3 fairy dust. Zero said not safe. The people who said wish list are unsure is Tanya, Connie B, Jackie L, Dijon, Cheryl W, Sherry T, Rachel N, Eileen P, Dina K, Amanda H.E, Ula, and Robin C. The rest of us, all 53, said safe. Eileen says my hubby would love this one, but it's not for me though. Ula says, ooh, that's super pretty, but nope. Am I the only one hoping for a Marigona Sully which on a broomstick decorating your tree? Ella says, I keep staring at it. Should I change to maybe? Dijon said, ooh, I love the sparkle on this one. If I knew how to embellish, I would embellish the snot out of this. Amy B says, just no. Audrey T says, very safe. Oh, very pretty but safe. And, excuse me, come back with Jane's comment. Jane says, I think this would be super pretty, but I'm safe. Oh, I see this. I know what you're talking about now. Moving on to preview number 37. Cozy Christmas Cottage. What is wrong with this thing? Cozy Christmas Cottage by Talmwood. Available in a 36.6 by 27.6 inch or a 92.8 by 69.9 centimeter. Square drills with 80 colors, including 2 ABs, 1 electro, and 3 fairy dust diamonds. 11 people said not safe. Heidi K, DeGlow, Shelly J, Connie B, Amanda M, Colleen, Allison B, hot diamond beating Bessie, Blonde Crystal, Sherry T, and Susanna A, and Dina K. Is this the one at the fireplace? Yeah. I don't want to be there. I don't know if I want to diamond paint it. That's why I said wish list or unsure. There were 10 votes for wish list or unsure, and 38 votes for safe. Amy B says, not my style. Heidi says, wish list unsure. This could be perfect for my daughter's granny's taste. My daughter's granny taste. Okay, I got it. Dina says, love. This is my favorite so far. I'm going to need switch of my other not safes to wish list. Colleen says, wow, and gives me hard eyes. Blonde Crystal says, well, I think I might have to get this one. DeGlow says, I guess? Audrey says, I love Christmas, but I have enough. Moving on to 38. Christmas Room by Maragoni Suli. Available in 27.6 by 39 inch or a 69.9 by 98.8 centimeters. Square drills with 78 colors, including 2 ABs, 1 iridescent, and 4 fairy dust. There were 19 votes for not safe. Gabby, DeGlow, Carly, Debbie W, Julia C, Shelly B, Amanda M, Allison B, Sherry M, April G, Cheryl W, April P, Christy KT, Dina K, Alicia G, Amanda HE, Ula, Stacy, and Brittany NH. And I am a wish list or unsure. And there are 7 other people joining me on that list, and only 36 votes for safe. It's gonna sell out. You can take it to the bank. It's gonna sell out, y'all. When it's that dominant right there on our little subgroup, you can almost guarantee it's gonna sell out tomorrow or today, however you're looking at this. So if you're wanting it, Ula says, take my money. Sherry M says, financial responsibility? No, I never heard of her. Dina K just gives me money flying away. Natalia says, ooh, I like this one. I really do. Not to the point of drop everything and run and buy, but wish list for sure. Stacy says, ooh, this is my favorite of her Christmas room paintings. DeGlow says, I don't know what to do. Somebody help. Debbie W says, I think they got me this time. You got? Carly says, didn't expect DAC to get me on too. No better time to use my BOGO 50% off. You have a point. Preview number 39. Stocking Stuffers by Randall Spangler. Available in a 20 by 30 inch or a 50.6 by 76 centimeter. Round drills with 58 colors, including 2 ABs and 1 special diamond and 4 fairy dust. 4 votes for not safe. That would be Cheryl W, April P, Rhonda C, and Carrie with a Y. 8 votes for wishlist or unsure, and 39 votes for safe. Carrie with Y says, this is the one I've been waiting for all week. Definitely not safe. Audrey T says, love draglings, but I'm on a no buy. The final preview for Saturday, November 8th, is Away in the Manger by Thomas Kincaid Studios, available in a 39.8 by 27.6 inch or a 100.8 by 69.9 centimeter square drills with 71 colors, including 2 ABs and 3 fairy dust. 0 people said not safe. 5 people said wishlist or unsure. That would be Jennifer KC, Jen D, Cherry M, April G, and Rhonda C. The other 43 of us said safe. And did we have any comments? Okay. So, unfortunately, my microphone keeps going out. So, that's the 40 releases going out Saturday, November 8th. Happy birthday to my darling Trinity. If you're watching this, Mama loves you. So to all of your honorary aunties, I'm sure they'll want me to tell you. I understand that these were all mostly Christmas, but DAC said Christmas drop. It's one Saturday out of how many Saturdays between now and the end of the year. I'm sure there's going to be more that address other holidays during the season of holidays. They typically do address other holidays that happen during this time. I don't want to say any specific ones or exclude anything. They're typically very inclusive, but they specifically called this one a Christmas drop. So if you're waiting for a different holiday, I'm expecting to see those probably coming between now and Black Friday. Okay. I don't know what else. I'm really, really tired, and that's a lot of talking. And then my mic started acting up, and I'm just done for the day. I love y'all, but I'm done for the day. So if y'all would be so kind as to boop my snoot, I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, boop the snoot just means hit the like button. Quick, free, easy way for you to support the channel. I think you're awesome when you do so. Also, feel free to share this video with anyone you think might gain enjoyment from it. I promise not to be mad at you. As well as leave me a comment. What are you getting? What are you not getting? Did you narrow down your list? I don't even know what I'm buying. Because honestly, the one I want the most is over at Dreamer Designs. But I'm like, I don't know what else. I don't. Do I have to have? I'm afraid that I'm trying to leave enough room available in my budget for the Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Because it's gonna be. If it follows typical trends, I'm going to spend a whole lot of money. So I need to like calm myself between now and then. Other than that, if you haven't done so already, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. It's also quick, easy, and free. We'd love to have you. And until next time, I love y'all. Bye bye.